Of course, speaking of Tory rebellions, some backbench MPs believe that the Prime Minister should move ahead and ban fracking. Are there as many as were able to convince him on COVID to now try to convince him on fracking?
Well, we've had this whole, ever since this little girl from Sweden, Greta, appeared on the scene. Everybody, because she's the new Messiah, you have to understand.
Of course. We are just nodding.
Of course. And in London, almost the entirety of our political parties, of our mainstream media, say we must save the planet. And the way we save the planet is we build wind turbines and we prepare ourselves for our own inevitable sainthood. The trouble is, when the wind doesn't blow, they produce nout. And so you have to have natural gas as a backup. The more wind farms you build, the more gas you need. We import now 50% of our gas needs. That will go up to 85% by 2050. This is insane. Why don't we produce our own gas? It's under our feet in the northwest of England, vast amounts of it. Let's become self-sufficient. Let's make sure we don't have to rely on Middle Eastern dictators or indeed, today of all days, Mr. Putin for our energy, our electricity, our power. Let's be self-sufficient, and in so doing, tens of thousands of well-paid jobs for people in the north of England. Now, at the moment, in Westminster, there's a small minority that support this. But I remember something called membership of the European Union, where very few people in Westminster supported it. But the point about this is this impacts on everyone's bills. This impacts on every business in the country. And I think the campaign, yes, we want a cleaner, better planet, but we should not disadvantage British business, British households. And this is now a campaign that I'm really going to put my heart and soul into.
Yeah, good man, because as we are seeing in Russia, the way the system should have worked is that places like Germany help give the strength to resisting Putin. But because they are on the teat of the gas pipe, because they've decided to get rid of all other things, then, of course, they don't push as hard as they would with a country that they are not, frankly, dependent upon. That's why this stuff matters. It's as much national security as anything else.
I think it is. And I think the argument that if you possibly can, as a nation, you should be self-sufficient in your energy needs, that matters even more than price. Because, this last weekend, we've had the biggest storms in England for 30 years. I was completely without electricity for Friday, Saturday and part of Sunday. And you realise, if the lights go out, the modern world simply can't continue. It can't exist. So energy security is vital. Luckily for me, Paul, my local pub have got their own generator, so there was at least some civilization for me.
As he took refuge, just saying, look, I don't know how long this is going to go, but I'll do my bit for the country. I'll do my bit for Queen and Country. Thank you, great man. Thank you, Nigel. His program, Farage, is on GB News, which you can get on Flash. And we always love talking to him here, Tuesday night, each and every week.